Williamson having a problem. We're draining his battery amongst other things, and he's not sure whether or not he'll be able to make the race, or to the finish of the race anyway. Chris Economaki is ready in the pit area, and we'll be going across to Chris now to meet some other drivers.
All right, thank you for coming by, Peter. I notice this year's race is a lot hotter than last year's race. I know it's the first thing you do when you get out of the car is take a long swig of that Gatorade. Is it a tougher day for you with the wheel than last year?
Yes, it's very hot today. Plus, we've had to push along. We had to make up for that unscheduled stop earlier. And what I tried to do then, I wanted to make up the distance on Larry Perkins, who just called in, of a flat tyre plus a pit stop, which meant I went from about 40 seconds ahead of him up to about 120, 125 seconds. So I worked hard. I wanted to give Jim an easier job so he can coast. He can just take it easy now. He can just squeeze the car along without having to hurt it at all.
Now, after this last pit stop, we have turned over to Jim. You have a minute 11 on the Jansen Perkins car. Are you comfortable with that?
Oh, yes. There's Jansen Perkins in the pits now, and that should be around about a 1 minute stop. So on the road, we haven't got to come back in again now, nor will he. That should be a comfortable gap of 2 minutes, which, you know, you can get a flat tyre, a couple of flat tyres, and still get out there and keep in front.
What about the circuit conditions now, as far as debris and stuff on the track?
A bit of debris, yeah, a few rocks, a bit of broken glass here and there. It's a very quick, quite a quick stop.
That's all good.
Peter, these Hardy-Froda 1000s, you make them look easy. What's your secret?
Get into a groove. You've got to get in the groove and stroke the car along. Just drive it along at such a speed that everything's happening very easily, very nicely, very sweetly. I try not to get involved in dicing with other cars. I try to run my own race. If necessary, I'll put the pressure on a few of them, have a bit of a dice on them to try to slow them down a bit, have a bit of fun. But generally, I like to get into that groove where I'm going apex, 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 change gears now, and try to make it so that I've got a little game with myself. That every time I don't do a lap time, that's a failure.
As the season goes on, Peter, do you see any promise for the Falcons becoming a serious competitor?
Yes, I think most unfortunate for Dick Johnson today, certainly competitive. Bob Morris was in there looking good. I don't know what happened to him, but certainly had the speed.
You ran him into the ground.
Yeah, we thought that we might be able to do that. I think that none of the Falcons have done a year's running in the Touring Car Championship, which is our traditional build-up for this event. We've done our homework as far away as 4 or 5 months ago. We knew what's going to happen, what's going to break up here. Not that something might break, of course, but we've put a long 8 or 9 months into it, and the Falcons haven't. And I think until they do it, they're not going to have the answers to get out here and drive the car hard and fast for 1,000k.
Peter, what about the future for you? Your racing horizons, Le Mans, the United States. What would you like to do next?
I actually would like to go and run in the States. I'm an avid reader of your motoring publications over there, and I certainly would like the chance of getting over there and doing a few events. It's just a matter of organisation, really, make it all happen. And I'd certainly like to get over to Europe and do a few of the, Le Mans and Spa and a few of those races too. They're good fun.
Well, it would be a great addition to the show there. I hope you make it. And thanks a lot for your wonderful cooperation during the telecast today.
Thanks, Chris.
Back to the booth.
So, thank you very much, Chris Economaki. And while you were talking to Peter Brock there, Jim Richards was circulating at a very comfortable 2 minutes 27.33 seconds. And that's just the sort of pace that they require, I think.
And in fact, he passed the Peter Jansen or Larry Perkins car in the pits, which now gives this car more than 1 lap lead over the second vehicle on the pit.
We'll be back to take a look at the race leader and the rest of the cars still in the running after this break in the Hardy-Froda 1000.